From the first tip to final buzzer, Houston's new home for Rockets basketball is Sports Talk 790.
Questions?
Pre-game, you talked about holding them off the offensive boards and not turning the ball over, and still got the win, even though you didn't do either one of those things.
No, it's hard winning games in this league. It's doubly hard when you got to beat two teams. But I just thought our defense was outstanding tonight. They made some tough shots, and they got some second shots. But our half-court defense against their half-court offense was a difference, especially down the stretch. Credit Chicago. That's collectively that's the best offensive rebound. And there may be some we may play someone better. I don't know, but that's the best offensive rebounding team that I've seen. They do a great job of going after their missed shots, but that was a toughness win. I have great respect for Tom Thibodeau. I have great respect for Chicago Bulls. So for us to grind out a win like that against that team should give our young guys a lot of confidence.
Even with the surrendering of those offensive rebounds, it seemed like there was a concerted on your part to fight every time they put a shot up. Can you talk about how critical that was to only give up 17 second chance points on 16 offensive rebounds?
Yeah, well, I don't know how many shots Omer blocked. I guess 3, but he probably changed 3 or 4 too. Sometimes statistics don't really tell the story. Greg Smith as well. Our guys, they were battling. You say, well, why can't you defensive rebound? When the shot goes up, the offensive rebounder always has the advantage because he's watching the ball and seeing where it's bounced, and whereas the defensive players are looking for a body trying to block out. And sometimes the best defensive rebounders are guys just have the best instincts. Like Omer has great instincts, but that team has great offensive rebounding instincts. But for us to make them shoot and miss as many times as we did says a lot about our half-court defense, and we've been getting better. We had a huge lapse in Los Angeles on Sunday. We came back. I thought the second half against Utah, we played our system well, and then tonight again. But credit our guys. I think that was James Harden's best game he's played for us. He had a 45-point game and a 37-point game, but that was the best game he's played for us this year. His defense, his passing the ball, he had 5 steals. These guys are going to send me to an early grave because some of our just mindless, what in the world is that turnovers? But I saw he was engaged for 48 minutes. Even when he was on the bench, he was doing a great job of leading.
I imagine you didn't put Tony Douglas in to hit the game-winning 3. What did that say? Or maybe you did. I don't know. How did you feel as he was rising up for that, and of what he gave you in that last?
I was upset at him. I was upset at him earlier. I got on him. I said, "Son, don't pass up those shots. You're a good shooter." There was a game recently where he was 4 for 4 from the 3. Might have been all in the first half. Is that right?
New Orleans.
Maybe New Orleans. Maybe he was 4 for 4. But you have to go with your instincts. You're not always right on that stuff. But I felt like that Tony gave us our best chance to win.
Was that to match up with Nate?
Yeah, much better matchup with Nate.
You could talk about us down the stretch, both offensively, obviously with a big shot, but defensively, coming up with steal, batting the ball away from the Bulls.
Yeah, no, Tony's not the perfect player by any means. And most people can figure out what's wrong with someone. You don't have to be real smart to do that. But I'm big on heart. I'm big on toughness. Those things I always put a huge value on. And Tony also has a short memory when it comes to mistakes. That's important over the course of the season. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have some turnovers. You learn to live with them, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to succeed. Stick your neck out there. If you're a good enough player, it'll work out. Every player on our team's good enough. That's why they're in the NBA.
Is Jeremy pressing, do you think?
Probably, you know, he's a human being. He probably puts a little more pressure on himself than he needs to. But we support him. You know, I'm not changing the starting lineup. That's not going to happen. He's going to run out there against New York, and one of these games he's going to just break through. And I'll have the biggest grin in the room when he does. So Jeremy's a good player. He did some good things tonight. You know, we support our guys and empower them to play to the best of their abilities. You're not always going to have it every night. So, you know, tonight Tony helped us, but the next game it could easily be Jeremy.
Down the stretch, held them for 4.5 minutes without scoring. That was huge in this game. It won the game for you, didn't it?
Yeah, at halftime, coach's main emphasis was our defense. They told us, if I believe correctly, they were shooting about 53, you know, above 50% in the first half. And, you know, second half, we wanted to come out, step up the intensity. And I thought we did for the most part, especially in the fourth quarter, you know, when we needed to, crunch time. Our defense in the half court was tremendous, and we was able to score offensively, get buckets when we needed to. Tony Douglas stepped up offensively and defensively, hit some clutch shots with tremendous confidence, and James and Chandler hit free throws on the stretch when we needed them. Got stops when we needed them, most importantly, and how the biggest stop of all was blockers. We didn't know and sealed the game from that.
And you guys also didn't commit turnovers down the stretch that you were committing earlier in the game. That was huge.
Yeah, earlier in the game, we was trying to make the right play, you know, unfortunately, but it just seemed like they were getting hands on the balls. You know, we were trying to, you know, make the right pass, you know, but sometimes we forced it a little bit. But they were all good plays, you know, but we turned it over way too much in the first half. The second half, we got them down.
Patrick, talk about your team defense. It looked like, you know, they're a great rebounding team, but you guys were hitting the glass pretty hard, but it looked like it was a team effort tonight.
Yeah, we knew they were a tough physical team. You know, we knew they were going to battle, push us around, do whatever they could to get the offensive boards, especially Joakim Noah and Carlos Boozer. You know, they thrive on getting rebounds. And tonight I thought it was a great team effort, whether it was one of us holding one of them off and Chandler coming and getting a rebound, or James, or vice versa. You know, so we attacked the boards and we were able to get transition points like we normally do, like we should do every single game. But as far as rebounding goes, you know, I thought we all stepped up and did well.
Can you get into the nuts and bolts of what you guys did, team defense-wise, in the half court, in particular, in the second half?
Just pretty much kept the ball out of the wall dancing. You know, they were trying to go to him a bunch, you know, whether it was setting a screen and roll with Nate Robinson, you know, and Chandler switched that onto Nate, and then Nate had to make a play. They did that a couple times, and they tried to get to the post a few times, and I just think our defense kept them away from doing what they really wanted to do, and that caused Nate to just go one-on-one at the end of the shot clock.
Patrick, what do you think about that laser pass from James? He found you in the paint there with about 3 defenders on you. Is that just chemistry building right there?
That is chemistry building up at its finest right there, you know, because honestly I wasn't expecting it. I knew we locked eyes, you know, I knew he saw me, but I didn't think he was going to throw it because I had Nate in front of me, and I think either Joakim or Carlos was right behind me. But he threaded the needle with that pass, you know. And we was talking about in the locker room. He goes like, "Way to catch it," you know, because he said he was going to throw it the whole time he saw me. So it's just chemistry gradually getting better throughout this team.
Little hiccup, but I'm all right. James, you feel like this team is starting to gel? I feel like you guys' communication, I guess that's a big key of a team to gel.
Yeah, slowly, but, you know, surely. Like I said, it's going to take some time, but, you know, we'll get there. Thanks.
Thank you. How are you feeling right now? I mean, huge win for the team. Are you feeling great right now, or like, what do you think right now?
I'm happy because we lost 3 in a row. We needed a win, that's for sure. So from, you know, that standpoint, we definitely needed this one, and whatever it took to get it, you know, that's the mindset that we have. And then, you know, me in terms of, you know, how I'm playing, a little disappointed in myself, but you know, it's just a matter of continuing to fight, continue to get better, and you know, no one wants to have whatever you would call it, rough stretches that I've been having, or the little slump or whatnot. But you know, that's part of the game.
When you're having a game like this, how nice is it to see, you know, Tony kind of pick up the slack a little bit?
It's huge, just because sometimes, you know, if I didn't bring it this game or what it may be, it's great to be able to have somebody else pick up, you know, for me and just win it. you know, we really needed this one. I can't emphasize that enough, and so we're glad we got it.
Did you feel like you were pressing?
Not really. I felt like the shots that I took were shots that I could, should make. And you know, it's just one of those things where it's, you know, I haven't had the rhythm that I wanted to have. And so, you know, that'll come.
These are shots that you like and would want to take, but are they the shots that get you in the rhythm that you're talking about, or are there other ways to get involved that might get you going to then hit these shots?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I feel like in my whole career, you know, I haven't. It's not really about getting going. I felt like, you know, these are good shots, and for one reason or the other, they're just not going in. I still feel like they're good shots for me. I've been shooting them
Beyond your shooting process, this is the second time we haven't finished every quarter in overtime. Is that more defense?
I think, yeah, I think but you know, I do a good job of reaching Nate Robinson and company. He does a better job. It's just, you know, making them more comfortable.
We got a whole lot of scrutiny coming down the next 48 hours. How do you feel when you're in that kind of situation?
I'm just going to playing the blessing. It's ironic that things here in the corner is just everything I have. And, you know, we can go out there on Friday and just play and just try to approach it the same. Just play my heart out and be okay with the results. What we want to be, trusting in God.
Have you gotten used to that? So many eyes on you. Whatever kind of game this is, the best or worst or anything in between, the eyes are on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think guys come to accept and get used to that. But, you know, it's one of those things where it comes with the territory, good game, bad game. There's going to be a lot of people watching and talking and guessing.
We usually come here and then get a win on our home court. And Chicago is a good team, and they play hard. So it was big. They were on a losing streak, we were on a losing streak, so it was big for us to not be the one to keep it going. And we hit some big shots, and we really buckled down defensively. So it's definitely a good job to protect our home court. Now we got another one Friday, a good opportunity Friday to play arguably the best team in the NBA, so it'll be fun.
Chandler, your thoughts after coming back off this road trip? You get to know a lot about your not only your teammates but the team itself. What are some things you guys are starting to put together now that you're back home and you've got a few weeks under your belt?
Just that we can win games when we're not shooting the ball great. We're a good defensive team, and even in the first half we were down 4 points and we were playing terribly. Just defensive letdowns, turnovers, missing free throws, all things that we can control. So I feel like that, you know, we have the capability of winning big games against good teams even when we're not shooting the ball great, and we need to rely on our defense a lot.
Talk about Big O tonight.
He was great, man. I was happy for him. That last block late in the fourth quarter was huge, and he's going to do that stuff for us all year long. He's been doing it so far this season. He's just a big presence down there, and it gives guys like me a lot of confidence when my guy gets by me that he's down there protecting the paint.
We're going to start calling you Double Trouble. You're almost averaging a double-double now. What do you attribute that to? Your role has just grown with this team in the last year. It's amazing.
I'm playing with really good players. You know, they make it easy for me. Jeremy and James really, you know, get me and where I'm good at and easy to score and easy buckets and just shooting the ball with confidence. And rebounding, I think, is all about hustle and, you know, having just an knack for the ball. And I feel like I have mismatches at the 3 because of my height, so I just go in there and I can rebound the ball with the best of the small forward. So just keep playing extremely hard and working hard. And I'm not focused on any of that stuff. I just want to do all the little things that help our team winning, and that stuff just keeps coming.
Awesome. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, man.